Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. You've got the Cousins Brothers and more UFO videos just into third phase. But first, more updates from Ken Panama. Now, look at this. He's over it. Basically, people have stated, don't kill it. Last night's episode, Ken Panama, we were stating that he was thinking about destroying it. Now he's got it. He's taken it out of the freezer, put it in a plastic bag, and he's going for a drive. Let's just watch this for a little moment here. So Ken Panama has stated that he's decided not to kill, he's named it K25, excuse me. He's got the name. Everybody was calling it Venom, the Thing, the monster. Now he's called it K25. He's given it an official name. And apparently he's found this bunker in the middle of the jungle. And he's decided to let it free. Just to let it go. Just keep watching here. It gets crazy. So right there, Ken has just put K25 into this murky body of water in this abandoned military base, and he's just gonna, I guess, let it go. Brett, what's your thoughts on this?
Wow, could this be the end of the story, Ken Panama? What's going to happen to this creature? It still remains a mystery. Is this thing still alive, or did it drown? That's a big question. I don't know. There he goes. Ken's leaving the area, going back home, and basically leaving everything in the past. But yes, Ken went to this abandoned military bunker base, whatever it is, and decided just to throw it in this murky water. Is this a wise decision? Let's hear your comments, everybody.
Right, that's a former photograph of it, and this, again, more video of the location. He says it really can't survive underneath water. Is it still possible that this thing's alive? Just, I guess, there are reports that the exact location is kind of public, so I'd imagine maybe more people will be going around there, maybe official government. Official government, possible hazmat. Who knows what the government of Panama and their... Okay, hold on, what? So we're just all watching this for the first time. Everything coming in from Ken Panama. It's just you kind of got to just wait around, and then he just drops information. More footage of the exact location of where he's left Ken 25, and now I guess he's back home. He said he just wanted to be with his dogs. He felt that this thing was getting into his head. It had a bad, foul odor, but he's still looking. He still has some of the samples back home in his little vials, so some of it is like escaped out of the jar. This is strange what's going on here. I don't think this story's done yet, Brian.
Yeah, I didn't see this part of the video. It just keeps getting wilder and wilder. Yeah, sure, maybe that other creature he put in the water may be dead, but look, we have more samples and it's growing again. So what's Ken gonna do with these? What's he gonna do with this? Is he gonna keep perpetuating a hoax if that's what this is, or we really need to get to the bottom of this story?
Yeah, at first I thought maybe there's just so much pressure. Maybe if this is a hoax, he just had to, figure out how to end it because it's getting way over his head. So he figures, hey, let me just take it out, show everybody that, hey, I dumped it in the water and this story's done and it's not going to go anywhere. But as we're looking here, I think we're far from over with regards to this story, and there's more of them.
these things seem to spawn. Okay, hold on. More information. Apparently, a live interview with Secret Service Sam. Listen.
This just in, I have some of the most exciting news of my career and some of the most breaking news that could ever happen. Tomorrow, mark your calendar on Samson's World, my podcast with me, Secret Service Sam. I will be getting the first interview with Ken Panama. I am sending so much love, appreciation, and respect out for Ken to give me his time. He says he has not given any interviews or granted any interviews that this far. It is his first time on a program. Again, tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, California time. This is insane. If you guys have questions, let me know here in the commentaries. He has told me he doesn't have a ton of time to hop on the live. I do have my good friend Oscar who will be translating. He's going to be there with me. Put your questions in the feed. Spread this word to everybody in the world that the number one story, the most captivating story in the world about this growing meteorite and the man who has kept us all alive with this story in the last 2 weeks, he's taken over the world, and I look forward to interviewing him and asking him the most important questions. So let me know in the comments so I don't miss any question to ask him. Secret Service Sam out.
All right, so there you go. I guess tomorrow we're going to get a live interview via internet. Secret Service Sam tomorrow, 2 p.m., 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Guys, we got to find out what happens with this. I guess Ken Panama with Secret Service Sam is going to come with a new interview. And hold up a sec, more breaking news. Remember the Bugosphere? Well, Dr. Greer last night texted us an email, and he dropped the information today with regards to carbon dating of the Bugosphere and the resins that were found in it. And it's dating from around 12,580 years ago. 12,500 years ago. So here's the University of Georgia, a radiocarbon analysis report showcasing with some of their carbon dating technology that the sample BGS and the resin that was involved, and they hit it with some samples were combusted at 900 Celsius in evacuated seal ampules in the process presence of a cut. Look, you could just go read it. I'll be supplying the link here, but this is all being broken down that the resin in here is over 12,000 years ago. Go figure. The Bugosphere, it's back with more mystery. Now, you guys want to see the UFO videos. That's why you're here, right? Well, we've got a lot of crazy weather phenomenon and UFOs in this episode. Take a look at this.
Que los muchachos me estaban llamando a la escuela, que si no había peligro para acá, que la escuela todo el mundo sombra como eso.
Pepe me llamó,
Eso es agua que está saliendo arriba ahí, mira, para chuparlo para arriba.
para que llueva.
¿Viste eso,
Pepe me llamó.
Happening in Cuba, people managed to capture something that is unlike any kind of weather system that I've ever seen. It doesn't look like a tornado or a spout. This is something that's just kind of strange. It looks like it's just dumping water, like a waterfall out of the clouds. Weather phenomenon manipulated. I'm not exactly sure. Dr. J?
You know, you actually took the words out of my mouth. It's absolutely not a tornado, not a water spout at all. If anything, what if this is some sort of portal? We know it's not weather related. Nothing in nature does this, and look how stable it is.
Yeah, it's amazing. Blake, that's a big question. Is this just a column of water falling from the sky? That's exactly what it looks like, or it's just a natural water spout? It's up to you to decide. More UFO videos coming in. Check this out. We're looking at some kind of transparent cylindrical UFO just hovering through the clouds at an extreme rate of speed. It's not undulating like any balloon that I'm aware of. This thing is kind of crazy. It's captured at 30,000 feet.
from a passenger aboard a major airliner looking out their window and they see this, I would be saying, what the heck is that?
Yeah, it almost looks like a fuselage off a rocket, but that's definitely not what we're looking at. We're looking at something undeniably a phenomenon, because nobody could explain what this is. This is a fantastic UFO captured at 30,000 feet. You can just see it glowing as it's drifting through the clouds. And like you said, this is not oscillating. Dr. J, your opinion on this one?
You know, rocket is what first came to my mind, because you have a cone on one end, it's flat on the other end. It looks like the upper third of a rocket, but the weird thing is, it's not falling like a rocket. It's not going any way that our physics or our aerodynamics would, dictate it goes. The fact that it's drifting from side to side at such a high altitude, obviously we don't see any rotors, we don't see any blades, we don't see any means of propulsion. It doesn't look like a balloon. This is very weird indeed.
We've got more UFOs in right now. Check it out.
Mira, ve, güey, cómo se ve todo pixeleado.
Güey, estaba suspendida acá, güey. ¿Por qué no lo haces con tu celular? Que se agranda más. ¿Será que parece una
Captured in South America, passengers pull over on the side of the road. They get out of their car and begin to film some kind of metallic spiky sphere hovering in the sky. We've got so many videos in this episode tonight. It's getting wild here, and I'm looking at this and I have no explanation. This thing is a perfect circle, and it looks metallic, and you see these spikes, these ridges coming off of it. Just recently, Dr. J posted something very similar to this just a couple days on his YouTube channel, Dr. J Radio Live.
You hit it right on the head. Exactly. This looks like the skill that I obtained a few days ago that I covered on my channel. I compared it to when you go to a grocery store or a mall and you have those vending machines where you put a quarter in and you get those sticky little balls. That's exactly what this looks like. This very well could be the video where the still originated from. Now, I've heard, since I posted this video, one of the comments from someone who is a contactee says this is a, quote, fix-it ship, unquote, whatever that means.
Fix-it ship. I never heard of that one before. That's very curious. Again, we're looking at something in the sky. Blake said it looks metallic. Dr. J says it looks like these, things they could squish. In my opinion, this thing almost looks biological. Just something up there in the sky, almost lifelike, just some weird biological creature that we've never seen before.
The videos just keep getting crazier and crazier. Over the week, we've been posting them pretty much on a daily basis, and things are wrapping up around the world, and we're sharing it. I want to get your thoughts with regards to this possible biological UFO. Is it metallic? Is it some kind of surveillance drone? Or is it simply mundane, a balloon? I don't think so. I'm rolling that out, and I'm rolling out any kind of CGI either. This is legitimate UFO footage. And like I said, we've got a lot of them for you tonight. So let's roll the next one right now. Did we just witness a TR-3B captured at night, just cutting through the clouds? And we see it in and out of the clouds, and we could get some comparison to size. In my opinion, this thing's over at least 200 to 300 feet in length. And again, I don't see any FAA lights or anything like that. This is the typical TR-3B that thousands of people have seen. Dr. J?
You know, the first thing you see 3 lights, and the question is it 3 objects or is it 1? But you actually see the outline of the TR-3B. You literally see the triangle shape and the rounded corners on all 3 sides. And the way it flies is not how our planes would fly. There's no thrust coming out from one side and it's flying in one direction. This seems to be able to fly in any direction it wants.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're looking at something, in my opinion, that's reversed alien engineered technology. It's coming from out there, and we've garnished the technology, and they're using it right now in our military assets, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely, Blake. Again, John just made a point that you might see the body of this craft, and you kind of notice that right in the beginning of the film. You can see that this is kind of all highlighted with the black matte behind the lights. But then it seems to kind of maybe just cloak out at some points too, where the body seems to disappear and all you do see is the 3 points of light. So I'm on the fence on this. I'm not sure if these could be just birds up in the sky just being illuminated and this infrared camera's picking it up, or it could be a phenomenon that we're all wanting to know if it exists at TR3B. A big episode tonight, more UFOs coming up. This one really got our attention over here. Check it out.
Is this some kind of celestial event? Some space debris, a meteorite burning up in our atmosphere, or a crash of a UFO? Look at the sparks and the refraction of light that comes off this object. This is amazing footage. Again, no manipulation. This is legitimate stuff that we're sharing right now. Dr. J, your thoughts? Something otherworldly or something mundane like space junk?
You know, I actually considered, is it something burning up, returning into our atmosphere? This is actually my favorite video of the night. I don't think it is something burning up in atmosphere. Obviously, could it be some sort of meteorite? Sure, people can make that argument, but to me, it looks like it's something, whether it be like a biological thing or more likely a craft. And the interesting thing, the flashes of light almost makes it like this thing wants us to see it.
Yeah, very cool. I really like this one too. It's really clear. And the person that captured this only had a short moment of time to record this event. Could this maybe be in some sort of war zone? It's kind of heating up, and that's what's happening around the world. Is just maybe some sort of Russian technology, a hypersonic missile that we're looking at too as well? I'm not sure. You don't hear sound as it passes by the city and while he's filming this, but you do hear this explosion at the end. Could that be a sonic boom?
Yeah, it's interesting. We're going to look at this a little closer, maybe in tomorrow's episode, and maybe get some more details and more videos from the region, because like you said, Brent, it's lighting up around the world and there's a lot of military action. But again, this refraction of light doesn't seem to me like it's any kind of missile or a rocket. It's very interesting. Like Dr. J was saying, it maybe wanted to be noticed. Are these ETs wanting to be seen? They're not hiding anymore, maybe. That's insane to even think about. A lot of stuff is happening. And give us a big thumbs up if you're joining us in this live premiere. Like we said, we've got a lot of videos in this episode, so let's roll the next one right now. All right, let's get a little closer look. I enhanced it a little bit. We're looking at approximately 7 to 8 lights, illuminated, orange, red, basically on fire almost. Are we looking at some kind of craft up in the sky, military flares? That's at a high altitude. I don't see any smoke coming off these things. In my opinion, it's not Chinese lanterns. We're looking at something that's intelligent in design, in my opinion, and it's up there high. And is this some kind of large UFO craft up in the clouds, being pretty stealthy, or again wanting to be recognized?
Yeah, what I like about this video, you see the lights, like you say, they're illuminated, they're orange, they're hot, and then right on the top of it you see this black mass. It seems like they're connected to it as well, and these are like just hanging lights from whatever's keeping this floating in the sky. Again, if you look closely, you'll see the object right there. That's a good point. It's almost like a triangle. Dr. J.
This is really crazy footage. At first, I thought maybe it's one giant ship, but then the lights started to move, and I was like, hold on a second. They are all independent. But the craziest part is what you mentioned, what's above. It looks like a cube-shaped craft. And are these drones being released to survey the sky or take samples of the atmosphere?
You know, that's a good question, Dr. J. And again, the enhancements, we do see some kind of like Borg or a cube-shaped UFO, and that's been making the rounds over the years. Is this the return of the cube UFO? I'm not exactly sure, guys. Lay your thoughts on this live premiere. We want to get the comments, the thumbs up. We got to get in this algorithm so we could get the word out to the world that the phenomenon, it's real. And you're seeing it right now. Again, 100% legitimate footage coming into Third Phase of Moon. Let's roll the next one right now. Take a look at this. The original video to the left, I managed to do a little bit of enhancement, get a close-up, and that's the video to the right. And we're looking at some kind of, I don't know, dare I say humanoid. I know there's been a lot of videos, the jetpack man, humanoid-like UFOs being seen around the world, and this is, again, one of them, and we're sharing it with you. I want to get your thoughts, Dr. J, on this one.
Yeah, totally. It actually looks like a very tall Lego man. Obviously, that's not what I'm saying it is. I'm not saying it's a toy, but that's what the shape looks like. You got a larger than normal head. The arms are sort of locked in a front position. I actually first considered, is this possibly a balloon? But it's kind of moving too fast for a balloon, and it's not wobbling like a balloon.
Yeah, the person filmed this for quite some time. The video runs for a couple minutes, and you can see it's at quite some distance, and he manages to hold the camera pretty good. That's why we're able to get this close-up. And at the end of the video, we're even going to see a little clearer version of what this is. Could this be the jetpack flying man that's been seen over Los Angeles? Or like you said, John, could it just be maybe balloons? Again, it doesn't look like that unless somebody tried to prop this up to make it look like a humanoid.
Yeah, I'm wondering how close proximity this is to LAX, because a few years ago, the jetpack man was being seen in the LAX region multiple times, and they're really concerned. We don't want any kind of unknown objects flying in and around LAX. It could be quite dangerous for the pilots. Let's just say that. But again, I like the cameraman. He shoots it, and some people say, why don't you shoot it till the very end? And that's why we're rolling this video and just seeing it in its raw form. And look at this, we get a really clear shot. Again, it looks like a human figure just kind of hovering there, and we're going to lose sight of it right behind the palm tree. But once again, there's things that are being captured in the Los Angeles area and around the world, and we're happy to share it with you at Third Phase of Moon. Now, more videos coming in, and this one we just received moments ago of what looks to be some kind of possible massive ship just hovering off the coastline. Watch this. So at first when I was looking at this video, I thought it could have been Starlink, but I gotta roll that out. It's way too low. It's pretty much right above the ocean there, and it's just hanging. It's not Starlink, and this isn't any kind of ship or anything just cruising along the ocean there. We're looking at something, in my opinion, looks to be like a massive craft just sitting off the surface there. Brent, your first thoughts?
Yeah, I like this video a lot. There he goes. He's zooming in. Again, these people that capture UFOs do the best job they possibly can under the situation, and he manages to catch a really good close-up of it. Is this thing hovering? Is this one craft? Because if that's the case, we're looking at something huge. John?
You actually said the words I read out of my mouth. Is it one craft, or are we looking at multiple lights that form each individual craft? But I actually think this is one massive craft, and it's sort of just hovering there over the coastline. Again, Does this thing want to be seen? Why else would it just be there?
You know, that's the big question, right? Like, why do people even see UFOs? What's the phenomenon all about? If people are lying about their sightings or they're faking UFO videos and everything out there is fake, that's a phenomenon in itself. And that was stated by Mr. DC Cooper a few days ago in the chat. I kind of liked it. Obviously, there are real UFO sightings out there. They're real unidentified objects around us 24/7, and people are pulling out their cameras and they're filming it. Real people, just like you and me, with no agenda. They're just in the right place at the right time. And what we're looking at right now is something that we can't explain. And that's the most amazing, exhilarating thing that we could do right here at Third Phase of Moon. Delve into the mystery, and hopefully one of these days we could bring you the smoking gun proof that we're not alone. But in my opinion, I think we already did it. We have tens of thousands of videos right here at Third Phase of Moon showcasing the phenomenon. Any last words, Dr. J?
Yeah, we are living in AD, after disclosure. And as you said, tens of thousands of videos on Third Phase of Moon. Third Phase of Moon is the original channel for UFOs on YouTube. It changed the format for ufology. Everybody out there, if you have something to contribute, please send it over to Blake Brent.
Thank you, Dr. J. Yeah, my email is in the description. And like I said, copy paste that link, upload it to YouTube, and send it to me, and we'll take a look. Everybody, keep your eyes on the skies. And if you've captured anything amazing, submit it to us right here at Third Phase of Moon. My email is in the description. See you